Yo, yo, yo. Pinky, you legend. Sorry you didn't win, dude. Here, I got you, dude. I guess I jinxed it, bro. I jinxed it. What's up, dude? What up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Good to see everybody. Well, good morning for me. Good maybe morning for you. But it could also maybe be good afternoon or, you know, evening. Or, I don't know. Whatever time it is for you. I hope it's been a good one, or it is a good one. We've got video gaming news for today, December 29th. Dude, it's almost 2024, yo. Good night. Crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, you know what I mean? So, we're going to do video gaming news for this morning, December 29th. Then we're going to play more Baldur's Gate 3 with our bro. My name is Pinky. Yeah. Resident broski, resident moderator, resident Discord administrator. You know, he's a jack of all trades. Dragonborn, you know, Lady Slayer. Lae'zel Slayer. You know what I mean? We're going to have a good day today. We're going to have fun. Love that Java, dude. So, that's the plan for today. We'll have a good day. We had a good day yesterday. We got a lot of quests taken care of. I'm sure we'll knock some more out today. And we'll keep pushing, man. We'll keep pushing this BG3 Act 3. Cool. Let's go ahead and do what we do. And we will dive into video gaming news for this morning. Let's do it. Cool. Yeah, we took a look at this yesterday. There, I think, you know, are a good amount of games on these lists, especially for the best-selling games and stuff. They're an amount of games that make sense. They're an amount of games that are kind of cringy to see. Whether it be something that, you know, on the front of, you know, you see games on the best-selling and you go Hogwarts Legacy, yeah, it makes sense. Even though I flushed it because it was trash performance on PC. It performed pretty well on console. We knew a lot of people bought that game, so we knew it would be on that list, right? Things like Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, for sure, right? And then you see things like Modern Warfare 3. You knew it'd be on the list, but it doesn't feel good. Still cringy. People overall are not enjoying that game. It's reviewed pretty poorly by critics, and even worse by consumers. It's not a good look. It sucks to see it so high on a list like that. And then you see things like in the top 12 of the highest grossing games on Steam is something like Destiny 2. And you wonder, how is a game doing so well and the company's doing so poorly in Bungie? You know, we've talked a lot about that kind of thing. It's been a year where those kinds of discussions have, you know, been at the forefront of a lot of what we've done in the news this year, because, man, it's just been so tragic to see so many companies getting obliterated with job loss or just being totally shuttered, being closed down, but the industry's still doing well. And, you know, there's a lot of, yeah, that makes sense. And then, you know, for these lists, especially the best selling on Steam, that, you know, there's a lot that makes sense. And there's a lot that's, it's tough to look at with everything we know that's going on in the industry, you know, it's rough. Xbox slammed for AI generated art promoting indie games. Here we go. NBA 2K glitch gives gamers free Kobe Bryant and Victor Wembanyama cards, dude. Nice. Good for all the gamers. They didn't have to do gamble for it, dude. They didn't have to gamba. He got it for free, or a bunch did anyways. That's funny. Let's see what else we got, man. Nvidia launches scaled-down version of its latest gaming GPU in China. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah. "46 new Xbox PC games on GeForce Now." Okay, let's see what we're getting here. We might as well go ahead. Well, I'll touch on it before we hit all these articles, I guess. I think we've already kind of looked at this a little bit. And I don't like Gaming Bible, dude. Gaming Bible can get wrecked. So clickbaity. Dude, how often do we hear these articles about Apple's making gaming machines and Apple's gonna be viable in the gaming world, and it's just only $3,000 for VR. Get wrecked, dude. Yeah, this is a new Netflix animated series. PS3 still boasts almost 2 million active monthly users. Mine still gets booted up quite often, dude. The PS3 was a banger of a machine, honestly. It was bad on release. It had issues on release. But I've got one of the Model 1 PS3s, and I love it, dude. Top 5 indie titles that went unnoticed this year. Let's throw some love to the indie devs, dude. Let's go. Yo, I actually played this last night with my kids. I played some Fortnite Festival with my kids, and it was cool. I need to look at changing the. It's weird. So on PC, they want you using D, F, and HJ. So these two fingers to do the music notes. And dude, I cannot help but want to put all my other fingers up there and start typing. Like, it's such an automatic reflex, dude, to like want to put all my fingers. I started finally getting it a little bit, but I was playing on hard the whole time. And dude, some of those songs got a little bit gnarly, but I don't know. I need to like maybe change it. It feels weird with my hands being in like a typing position and then having to like not use my four of my fingers that I'm usually using to type. It gets really weird for me in my brain. So I need to change like my keybinds or something if you can, to make it a little less muscle memory for me, because it's just so weird. And like spread my hands apart or something, you know, like use the arrow keys and like Control and Alt or something, you know, would make it, I think, better for me anyways. But it was cool. It was neat. It's basically just, you know, any kind of music game you've played where you're like timing notes, you know, but they've got different difficulty levels in there. They've got some good songs in there and stuff, so it's cool. We've got this up. We're going to talk about the Epic Game stuff, okay? I'll talk about grabbing this, what's going to come up in about 3 hours. I'll do it right at the start of diving into all these articles, okay? Stellar Blade now launching in 2024. Let's see what this is. I don't know that I've seen that. Gaming Bible. Ugh. We'll go one more page. PS5 and PS4 game would be completely removed from sale prior to 2024. Let's see if we've talked about this yet. Let's see what this game is. We've got Stellar Blade stuff up. Let's just look at this WDW news today. Hogwarts Legacy, Disney Dreamlight Valley, Marvel Snap, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor included on Steam's best of list. Let's talk about all the ones they're listing here. Hogwarts Legacy. Honestly, I'm going to throw this out there, and there will be people that might disagree with me on this, but had this not been a game built in the Harry Potter world, the Hogwarts world, this game would not have done nearly as well. This game had issues. It was decent. I think content-wise, they did an okay job. But they missed stuff too. The broom flying was subpar. You couldn't even flip and pan your camera to look down below you while you were on the flipping broom. You know, that's a miss. It was definitely not optimized for PC in many forms and fashions, especially performance. You know what I mean? Disney Dreamlight Valley. Disney's disgusting. Disney does this thing where every time now they release a game, they go, oh, hey, this is our new game. It's going to be free to play. This is our new free to play game. But, caveat, it's early access. And if you want to play it while it's in early access, you have to buy a Founders Edition, which is the price of a normal retail game. Most of the time, you know, $50, $60, $70. So they call it a free-to-play game. Then they put it in early access for usually a couple of years. and they go, it's free to play, but it's not, because you have to buy a founders pack to play it in early access. And then when it's about time to leave early access, they backtrack and go, well, we decided not to make it free to play. We're going to make this a paid to play game. So they like ride this wave of trying to like promote the game as being free to play, their games as being free to play, and then they at the last second before release, full release, backtrack and let everybody know they're gonna have to pay to play the game. It's really scummy, dude. It's really disgusting. But that's Disney for you, okay? Marvel Snap. Unfortunately, Marvel Snap apparently has made itself into a very good card game, digital trading card game. And as I was talking about before, as we've seen with so many other companies this year, the company behind Marvel Snap is getting obliterated. Who is it that makes Marvel Snap? Second Dinner Studios, excuse me. Second Dinner and Newverse. So Second Dinner Studios and Newverse. These are under, I think, are these under Embracer? Let's look at Second Dinner. Who are these under? They have a says independent studio. Maybe it was the publisher that I was thinking about. It's one of those. Might be Newverse who I was thinking about. It's getting it was one of these that we just read about is getting obliterated. It might be Newverse actually. Is it Newverse under Tencent or Embracer? Yep, ByteDance. It's oh, this is Newverse is ByteDance. That's the TikTok stuff, dude. Yeah, that's what it was. So it's the publisher, right? So the developer is still doing their thing, I guess. But the publisher of the game is basically getting shut down, right? Restructure Newverse and retreat from gaming business. Yeah, ByteDance. Because TikTok's totally wind down its Newverse gaming brand. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking of. It was the Newverse side, not the developer. I apologize for that. It's not Second Dinner Studios. It's the publisher of Newverse. So what this means for the game, I'm not sure moving forward. We'll find out. But the game's supposed to be very good. We'll see what that means. And then you've got Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which was an absolute hot piece of garbage that released earlier this year on all platforms. And it was a piece of garbage on all platforms. And they're pointing out all of these games showing up on the list of Steam's best of the year. You know, one second. Apologies. So, I don't know, man. It's weird to see, like, we've got a mixed bag here of weird stuff to talk about, you know, about these games that are showing up on the list of Steam's best whenever they're, all of them have had issues. Every single one of these games that they're showing in this title of this article have had issues. I think that specifically Star Wars Jedi Survivor and you know, is one of the more gross ones in this list to me, as it was gross across all platforms. It took Respawn forever to finally get this game into something playable. Yeah. Its ratings have gone up recently. Recent reviews are 70% positive, but that's still not. I mean, that's the recent reviews of the past month, 70%, but that's a 7 out of 10. That's okay. That's okay. All reviews all time now, 40,000 are at 66. That's a 6.6 out of 10. And this is showing up on Steam's like list of best games of the year. You know, it's pretty rough to see. All right. No. Let's look at our other search. Rebel Moon Part 1 would have made a great video. There's a Rebel Moon video game like in development, dude. So I don't know what would have made a great game is supposed to mean, you know. Okay. I thought Rebel Moon was okay. It was okay. I think that what's funny is whenever we saw the trailer for this initially, the Zack Snyder was introduced. As was Summer Game Awards, wasn't it? I think it was Summer Game Awards. They brought Zack Snyder up. Jeff Keighley brought Zack Snyder up, and Zack Snyder had some weird promotion for. It was awkward, in my opinion. It was an awkward situation. He was promoting Rebel Moon, and we watched the trailer, and I was like, bro, this looks like Star Wars stuff. And come to find out, after we looked it up, it was literally written to be Star Wars. And it got shot down by LucasArts and I think Disney. And so then it was pitched to Netflix by Zack Snyder, and they picked it up, and Snyder kind of altered it to be its own standalone world or whatever, aside from not part of Star Wars. So I mean, it was okay. It wasn't mind-blowingly good or anything, in my opinion. I think it's enjoyable enough. The most replayable music game just got a huge discount on Switch. Let's see what this is. The 10 must-play games from this year as voted for by players. I love to see that. Gaming Bible, get Rex. I'll pull up GOG and see if there's anything free. We've been promoting free games all the way through the holidays, so they're in our Discord. I've been promoting the free stuff. I'll do it again today once we start, right before we hit all these articles. CD Projekt Red's confident they can self-fund all their new gaming projects. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard whenever you bait 13 million people into buying an unfinished project or product on release, you know what I mean? It's like CDPR's MO, dude. Release an unfinished product, finish it after release, and then make good DLC. Make good DLC that's actually more like an expansion. You know, make good expansion content. People can argue with me all they want about that, but that's what they do. That is exactly what they do. Let's just take a peek at this. How about it? Let's take a peek at video game releases coming soon for PC. How about it? One more page here. Jesus Christ. If you don't know what Dead Drop is, this is that vertical extraction game being released by Dr. Disrespect and his development team, his development company. I don't necessarily, you know, I don't have anything against the doc personally. I think he's an entertaining personality. But what I don't, I'm not fond of is this whole mechanic that they've driven for, yo, what up, bro? They've driven for this stupid game, which is like trying to get people to buy into NFTs and stuff to get beta access and crap. I'm not a fan, dude. I'm not a fan. I've actually been pretty vocal about that. I think that, you know, if a company is really adamant about running betas, which everybody knows what a beta is, right? A beta is something that is supposed to give both fans of your project as well as mainly your company the ability to test the entire game as a structure. If you really are looking at it critically in the form of using a beta the way you're supposed to use a beta, you shouldn't be worried about trying to get people to buy into a beta. You should be worried about making sure that you're getting all the testing done in a beta that you need to get taken care of, not making people buy into it, especially with some scummy bullcrap like NFTs. And that's where I have a huge issue with the doc and what they've done with, this, using your platform, using your notoriety, your fame for something like this is, in my opinion, gross, and I don't like it. We talked about the January PlayStation Plus games yesterday. They're actually finally coming out with a decent lineup of games for the first time in like 5 or 6 months, which is great. It's been well overdue for PS Plus subscribers. All right, let's stick with this. And to start it off, we'll talk about some free content and stuff, okay? So let's go to Epic right now. Right now you can get Cat Quest. Cat Quest is free right now. You've got just under 3 hours left to grab Cat Quest. Let me hop on my broken record track here and say that we are now hitting the back end of the holiday giveaways on Epic's platform, meaning that they are doing a rotation of a free game or games every 24 hours. So every 24 hours, they throw a new title in for people to grab and add as part of their library, which is not normally a free game. Quite often, they're very notable games. From very notable to like AAA bangers. And all you have to do is have an account set up and just remember to log in here and grab your free games every day. It's literally a no-brainer. It doesn't cost you anything but a few minutes of your time creating an account. Yo, Marcy, what's up, friendo? Creating thanks again for the cheers the other day. That was really, really generous of you. I appreciate it. Happy Friday, friendo. How you doing? It's really easy to create an account on Epic's platform, whether you're using the app or their website. Either one, it doesn't matter. It's easy to access, easy to create an account, easy to grab these games every single time they're free. You click on it, it'll bring up the games page, you click add, and then you just check out, and it's in your cart. You get it for free. It's added to your library. Boom, bang, easy. You got it forever. Okay, it's a no-brainer. Again, I think that if anybody is just being stubborn about this and going, well, I just don't want more games on a new platform or whatever, you're missing out, dude. It's free content in this expensive world of gaming that we live in nowadays, where prices continue to get raised. You should be taking advantage of this. Even if you're not a PC gamer right now, you could be in the future at some point. And if you go ahead and heed my advice right now and you start grabbing all of these free games on Epic, whenever you do potentially decide to become a PC gamer, you get into playing games on PC, you'll have a library of games to play at that point, okay? So I can tell you, I can show you right now, I've got an absolutely incredible long list of games. All of this, you see all this? These are all games, and very, very good games. I'm about to hit 300 games in my library. I've paid for like 3 of these, maybe 3 of these. The rest I have gotten as just games that were given away on Epic. All right, so yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I mean, I think this is the reason I promote Epic so hard on this front is not because I'm affiliated with them or anything like that. You get really good games on Epic. I have paid for less than 5 of these games, for sure, but probably only like 3 games that I've paid for. You can look at the amount of just banger games that you get all the time. And it just doesn't make sense not to be taking advantage of it, man. It really doesn't. So, again, I'm not affiliated. I just want people to be able to get content either cheaply or free where they can, and be able to enjoy the world that, you know, I love so much as well. So, it just makes sense. Start grabbing these games. Again, you don't have to use you can use their application, whether it be for desktop or, you know, like mobile or whatever, or you can just log in or access through a web page. Either one, it's easy. And literally, it just takes a few minutes to create an account. It's free, and then you just grab your free games. But right now, every day is a free game until like right after the first of the year, and then it'll go back to the basically every 7 days. You'll get a free game or 2, okay? So get your free games. Let's go look at GOG real quick. I don't have it up right now. Let's pull up GOG and take a look. I think I've already grabbed all the free games on here. Giveaway. Here's a new giveaway right now. Lacuna. So you just claim now. Boom. Add it to your library. There's only like 53 minutes left, I think. 53 minutes left to grab Lacuna. So go into your GOG as well. Same thing as Epic. They don't give away games quite as often as Epic does, and they're not quite as notable games. But here's the thing that's good about GOG. GOG also, you can use the app, which is what I'm using, or you can go access on their website. Okay, GOG is owned and run. Oh, Soup, I'm sorry, man. Happy Friday. I'm sorry that you feel bad. That sucks. GOG is run and owned by CD Projekt Red. Okay, so the thing that's really good about this platform as opposed to a lot of other platforms is that it is actually DRM free. If you don't know what that means, this is basically the gist. I'll try to summarize this for you. DRM. Other platforms will use a DRM mechanic, which is basically trying to prevent piracy. So if you notice, whenever you try to get onto a platform, most consoles, Xbox is better about it nowadays than the other two, but even platforms like Steam or you know, Epic, if you don't have an internet connection but you have a game installed and you try to go run that game, it'll go, sorry, you can't connect to our platform servers, so we can't verify your account, therefore you can't play that game that you already have installed, even if it's a single player game. Almost always that's the way it'll work. That's what DRM is. Okay, and GOG doesn't do that. GOG basically promotes themselves as being a DRM free platform. All right, meaning that if you own games on their platform and you already have them downloaded and installed, you don't need to connect to their servers to play the game. So if you're out traveling or you just find yourself in a weird situation where your internet's out or whatever, right? You do not have to have internet to play the game as long as it's a game that doesn't require online services itself. and you already have it downloaded and installed. So that's one of the great things about GOG's platforms, okay? Now, what you can do is go to, on GOG, you go to their store, go to the home, and then down at the bottom, they'll quite often have like a free, right here, they'll have like a free games tab. If you click on the free games tab and you pull it up, they'll have a bunch of different free games that you can grab. There's like a whole list. And you can just grab all of these. As you can see, I already own all of them, but you can go in here, you can just grab all of these games. Okay, and there's like the old Ultimate games in here, there's Quake games. Did I just see, there's classic Shadow Warrior, nice. What was the dude, Hellpoint is a dope game. It's a very Souls-like, it's like very dark sci-fi futuristic Soulsborne type of game. Hello Neighbor, all kinds of stuff in here, man. So highly recommend just getting onto GOG, grabbing all their free games. Daggerfall, they got some old kind of stuff like that, Elder Scrolls stuff, you know. It's cool. Get in here and grab your free games, okay? Like Nintendo, yeah, Nintendo's shop. Most of them incorporate DRM, which is something that presents itself as quite a roadblock, quite often to people. Yeah. All right, let's get into all these articles now. This moving music game is an essential part of my New Year routine. Put this game on repeat. What are we talking about here? Heartbreak is about as universal as human experiences get, but while it's inspired countless works and other media, comparatively few games have tackled the topic. If you want to ring in the new year with a little love sickness, though, you can grab the best breakup game ever on sale for under $10 on PC, PS4, and Switch. Simogo's Sayonara Wild Hearts follows its unnamed heroine through a surreal post-breakup journey in the form of a spectacular music game. Not a rhythm game per se, since acting on the beat is rarely required, but music is still central to Sayonara Wild Hearts. So much so that its developer has described it as a pop album video game. Let's see what this is. I think we've seen it a while back, but let's see. It's very pretty, dude. That's interesting. Huh. That's interesting, man. Each level in Sayonara Wild Hearts is only a few minutes long, timed to a single synth pop track. The start of gameplay is extremely simple. You just ride your skateboard down a pulsing, neon-colored highway. Collecting hearts as an electronic arrangement of Claire de Lune plays. You don't even really need to collect the hearts, they're just there to give you a score at the end of the level. Immediately after that overture, Sayonara Wild Hearts starts to show its true colors. Our heroine magically trades her sensible sweater for a stylish jacket, scarf, and mask combo, transforming into a character known to fans as the Fool, due to the game's use of tarot cards as a motive. She also swaps her skateboard for a motorcycle, and the level speeds up as the camera gets more acrobatic, sometimes hugging close to your character and sometimes pulling out for swooping 360-degree action shots. 3 equally fashionable bikers appear, launching fireballs you need to dodge with timed button presses. From here on, things only get more psychedelic. Neon pink city streets give way to a blue-toned forest, and the fool briefly rides on the back of a stag before getting back on her motorcycle to face down a giant robotic wolf. As you play through each location's short sequence of levels, the music builds to a final track for your confrontation with another gang, each represented by a tarot card. The whole soundtrack is excellent, but it's these boss fights, compositions that really shine, adding soaring pop vocals to the synthy mix. Sayonara Wild Hearts gameplay changes even more often than its environments. One moment you're in a sword fight timed to music, the next you're in a first-person motorcycle chase. Then you're trapped inside an Atari-esque retro arcade game. Combined with its great music and mesmerizing art style, the effect is hypnotic. There's no time to think about what you're doing, only enough to feel it and react instantly. About halfway through, you hit one of my favorite game levels ever. Here, the fools face off against a sword-wielding duo called the Stereo Lovers. As you avoid obstacles and collect hearts on your motorcycle, the lovers snap in time with the music, and each snap changes what's laid out on the road ahead of you. The gimmick here is that there are 2 or 3 different versions of the level in play at any time, and they appear as the lovers snap. You need to keep each of these versions in your head at once and react not to the obstacles you see now, but to the ones that will appear after the next snap. It's a perfect blend of music and gameplay, and no matter how many times I've played it, can't help but lean forward and dance in my chair with the heart pumping every time. To cap it all off, your final confrontation with the lovers is scored by Mine, an absolute bop that's impossible not to dance to. Gets even better after you've beaten it. That's when you unlock album mode, where you can play through the whole game in one roughly hour-long run without breaks between levels. It's the perfect way to experience a game that's essentially one long album, and because the levels and challenges are so varied, Sayonara Wild Hearts loses nothing on multiple replays. Part of why I find myself wanting to play it again every year around this time. With every playthrough, I only like it more, and I can appreciate its ever-shifting structure a bit more each time, too. While it centers on a breakup, the game is ultimately a story of hope, renewal, and growth. It's a story about the anger and sadness of a relationship ending, the fear that you'll never find love again, and loneliness of resigning yourself to isolation, and about finding the courage to move on with or without a partner. It works best in album mode as one unbroken cathartic journey, culminating in a fantastic finale that runs its heroine through a condensed version of each level, only now as a character who's processed her pain come out better on the other side. Wholesome, dude. Sayonara Wild Hearts' final gift to the perpetually broken-hearted girlies out there, myself included, is that it doesn't end with the fool finding someone new to love. It ends with her learning to love herself. Can't think of a better game to spend a little time with at the most self-reflective time of the year. Available on PC, PS4, and Switch on sale for just under $8 on all platforms until January 4th. Let's pull it up real quick. Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. Pretty neat. I'll link it through Steam for you guys. There we go. There's a soundtrack. Oh, you've played it, Soup? It's on Apple Arcade as well. Yo, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like 40% off right now. Overwhelmingly positive. Look at that. All-time reviews, 97%. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, cool, man. Thank you. That's great to know. Thank you very much. Here you go. There's the link to the Steam page if you guys want. This looks sick, dude. This actually looks like something that my daughter would really enjoy. That's pretty dope. BAFTA winner. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. Cool, man. There you go. Annapurna. Yeah, Annapurna publishes a lot of good games. Of recent, obviously Stray. You know, Stray is one of their more notable, you know, games of being published last year. Yeah, Annapurna does a pretty good job of publishing games. Yeah, they publish a lot of pretty solid titles. 10 must-play games from 2023 as voted for by players, man. This is what I'm talking about. Critics and gamers don't always see eye to eye, which is why we're giving you the option. We've picked the top 10 games released this year as voted for by players so you can see what you should play. We scoured through Metacritic to make this list, which has some of the year's best. Here are the top 10 games of 2023 as voted for by players. Drawing from memory. People loved looking at each other's kooky drawings. Drawing from memory. Nice, dude. Pikmin 4. User score of 9. Critic score of 87. RoboCop Rogue City. Yeah, I think not nearly as many people would played something like RoboCop Rogue City as obviously played things like Tears of the Kingdom or, you know, Baldur's Gate 3, things like that. But apparently the people that played this game loved this game. They thought that this was a very, very good adaptation. Like, if you're going to take a piece of, you know, entertainment from like movie or TV and adapt it into a video game, a lot of what people were saying was like, this is the way to do it. That's what I was looking at and seeing in reviews. Spider-Man 2. User score 9.1, critic score 90. You think that Call of Duty is going to be in there? I don't think Call of Duty will be in here. Spider-Man doesn't surprise me. I don't think Call of Duty will be in here. Random vote time. Let's go. Donk Walk. Nice, Pinky. All right, Barrett. Scrambled, dude. What is Scrambled? Much like Drawing from Memory, critics didn't review this party game. It's another fun game to play with friends where you play as chickens hitting eggs at each other. All right. Star Ocean, the second story. User score 9.1. If Sea of Stars isn't on here and Star Ocean, the second story is, that's weird. That's going to be weird. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. That doesn't surprise me. Resident Evil 4 Remake. WarioWare Move It. Nice, Soup. And Slay the Princess. Yo, this is supposed to be a pretty wild little game, by the way. This is going to be a very, you know, I think there, like, there are a lot of games that a lot of, I think, people are missing on here, you know. Come on, man. You can't expect COD to be on a list like this. You know what the user scores are for COD. There's no way COD would make this list. You've got to be trolling me, dude. but you talk about games like Dave the Diver's not on here. Hi-Fi Rush isn't on here. You know, there's a lot of game. Tears of the Kingdom's not on here. You know, that's not what this list is about, though. What's the title of this? The 10 must-play games from this year voted for by players. There's no way COD would end up on here. People hate COD. Voted by me. Okay. All right. So there's definitely this is you know, you talk about something like Second Story, Star Ocean, Second Story R is on here, but Sea of Stars isn't. Sea of Stars is garnering all kinds of indie awards and stuff, and it's the same genre. So how is Second Story R on here but Sea of Stars isn't? You know what I mean? There you go. Yeah, Pinky. Yeah. So there's definitely some games that have been left out, you know, which is weird. I don't know how this got, but it is kind of crazy to like Slay the Princess. This is a wild looking game, dude. If you don't know what Slay the Princess is, I'll link it for you. Take a look at this. So this is a game. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. It's really wild, dude. Yo, nice 2023 little banner, dude. I like it. Solid, bro. Solid. Yeah, it's a wild. It's supposed to be a wild little game, but people are loving it too. So I don't know. This is a weird. This is a weird little. List, I think. Like Pikmin 4, you know. Yeah, we'll get more from GTA 6 this year. Certain points. I don't know. We'll get it when we get it. And we'll talk about it when we get it. You're definitely going to be more hyped about it than I am. I'm just going to watch the world burn, dude. In the hype up to the release of it. All right. So, look, man, I mean, the reason I pulled this up was because I couldn't help but say something whenever I saw this. CD Projekt confident, they're talking about CD Projekt Red, right? The company that makes like the Witcher games and Cyberpunk and everything. They're confident that they can self-fund all new game projects. They've got like 3 more Witcher games in development right now. I think they've got another game in development also. But look, the thing I said whenever I pulled this up was they should be able to fund their projects without outside help. When you bait 13 million people into buying a game that's unfinished on release, you know, you're making a lot of money off people. You should have plenty of money. And that was just retail for Cyberpunk, and it was a hot piece of garbage on release. You know, I can't help but continue to, and look, man, I'll at least give CD Projekt Red some props for coming out and being publicly open about the fact that they have recognized that they've made mistakes, and I hope that is the beginning of them trying to do better. But this is their MO, dude. Literally their MO. CD Projekt Red is now, for me, and I think a lot of other people, known to be a company that releases very unfinished products, and they feel like it's okay to release unfinished products, unfinished software, finish it after release, make us as the consumer pay the price, and then do a really good job on expansion content. It's literally who they are. I am hopeful that they change moving forward. That will never be acceptable to me. Releasing unfinished software is not acceptable. And I hope that by them admitting and being able to look internal and go, yo, we made a lot of mistakes with Cyberpunk, shouldn't have released, things like that. I'm hoping that means that they are going to do better moving forward. But we'll see. We'll see. CD Projekt is confident that it can fully self-fund all new projects and games. Current multi-year, multi-game strategy will be independently financed. CD Projekt Group is confident it can self-fund all 5 of its new video game projects, including a new Witcher trilogy. Yep. The first one, I think their biggest one they're making right now is codenamed Polaris. Following 2015's best-selling The Witcher 3 and 2020's record-breaking Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt has been able to consistently generate high sell revenues from its games. During Cyberpunk's controversial launch, the company sold 13 million copies, like I just said, and made $541 million in sales, almost 5 times the budget of the game. Look, and this was just on retail release of the game. This 13 million number here, understand this, was just on pre-sale, pre-orders of the game, and within about a 2-week period of the game's release, selling retail copies. This does not include the amount of retail copies they have sold since. Okay? And people get upset at me for calling out this company because a lot of people are CDPR blind. They love CDPR. And I'm not going to deny the fact that CDPR is one of the best video game developers out there at content. But the performance of their software on release is almost always balls. Absolute balls. And that is not acceptable. So this is what I've been like. I'm glad they put these stats in here, because this is what I've been trying to like elaborate on and get across to people through the entirety of what has happened over the past 3 years of them releasing that game. And people are like, oh, well, but they stuck with it and the game's good now. Dude, they don't get props for doing that. They don't get awards. They don't get accolades. They shouldn't. They have, but they shouldn't. No company should. No company should get a pat on the back and a good job from anybody for finally making a game be what it should have been on release. It should have been that way on release. They don't get a flipping thumbs up. They don't get a pat on the back. They don't get accolades for finally making a piece of software what it should have been on release. That's a bad mindset by us as consumers. It creates a bad situation for us as consumers as well, where it makes developers feel comfortable in releasing products unfinished. Because they're like, oh, well, they'll still buy it, and as long as we fix it, they'll be okay with it. Then that is not good for us. Alongside a multifaceted business model that includes a fully fledged software distribution storefront, the sci-fi shooter's performance helped CD Projekt amass a significant asset pile to fund future games and growth. Cyberpunk has seen various price fluctuations and releases, including steep discounts post-launch, a Game of the Year style re-release for the next-gen consoles, and the standalone launch of the Phantom Liberty expansion. The company also re-released The Witcher 3 for PS5 and Xbox Series X, which was also having a ton of issues on release. This cyclical product slate is often used in the industry, and it's a key part of CD Projekt's business model. Armed with years of successful game sales across both retail and digital channels, CD Projekt management believes that there's plenty of funds for its large multi-year project slate. This plan includes video games and transmedia. In a recent interview with Polish newspaper Parkiet, CD Projekt CEO Adam Kaczynski talks about the firm's financial guardrails that help ensure long-term success and continued investment. There have been various difficult situations in the history of CD Projekt so far. We have drawn conclusions from them and have been operating on the principle of having large buffers for years. We feel safe with the cash we have that we baited people into giving us on the release of unfinished games. I added that at the end, but let's be fair, that's what they did. Our strategy is well calculated. We believe that we will implement it from the start to finish using our own funds. We do not need to reach for additional sources of financing. So, people don't like whenever I call out CDPR. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. I never want a game to be bad. You know what I mean? I don't. I really don't. But what I'm always going to do here is try and be very, very careful about trying to promote the really good companies in this industry that are doing good by us as gaming enthusiasts and consumers. I'm going to call out the ones that deserve to be called out as far as being a little bit hesitant about what they've done to us over the course of history, like CDPR has done. And I'm absolutely going to continue to try and educate people about those companies that I feel you should absolutely stay away from, you know? And I think CDPR, while again, I think it's hard for a lot of companies to match the kind of content that they make. Their content's fantastic. It's super immersive. It's like, dude, The Witcher 3 was an absolute roller coaster of such great content. You got a lot of laughs, you got thrills, you got drama. You know, it was a very good game. Obviously, that's why so many people loved it. The content's good. I think they missed out on some quality of life stuff in that game. But, you know, if you want all of my, you know, every time I finish a game, I give a breakdown. I've got game ending playthroughs and stuff on both the Twitch and YouTube channel. If you want to see my entire overview of The Witcher 3 and my breakdown of my play and everything, then you can just find the playthrough ending, and I'll give a review of the game. But it doesn't negate the fact that if the game's performance is balls, you can't enjoy the content anyways. And CDPR is very, very bad at releasing games in a fairly polished state. As a matter of fact, they're really good at releasing games in a very unfinished state. And that's not fair to us. And so I think people should be very, very hesitant about buying into their products moving forward in any kind of pre-order or on release fashion until they show us that they can do better. As with so many other companies that do this to us, you know? Oh, I don't know, man. Certain companies deserve to be called out, and if they deserve to be called out all the way until 2060, I'll call them out until 2060. If that's what they needs to be done, dude. You know, I mean, look, man, we like live in this industry where, I'll give you another example. Recently at the Game Awards, right? It feels like people are like either scared or people are scared, companies are scared, you know, news outlets are scared. I don't know what the deal is. You want to talk about like everybody was like hyped up about the like Blade announcement. Blade being made by Arcane. What was the most recent thing that Arcane made? Redfall. And nobody was talking about it, which is asinine. You know? And people are going to go, well, it was Arcane Austin, not Arcane France. Bro, it's the same company. I don't give a crap what you say, you know? But even all the news outlets, dude, like days after, you know, when we're doing our video gaming news segments, nobody's talking about that. Everybody's going, oh, dude, Blade's getting made by the Deathloop and Dishonored devs, which is not their most recent product. You know, the most recent thing they made was Redfall, and nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to call that out. And I'm going, why? When we should be looking at the most recent trends of what a company has given us as an indicator for what they're going to do to us in the future, right? I want Blade to be good for anybody who is going to be investing in buying that game. I do. But it's not the reality we live in, right? And it's just crazy to me that people want to glance over the bad stuff that companies do And then it's like, then people get pissed off whenever they end up buying into another bad product, you know, that releases unfinished, or the content's crap, or you know, and that's my whole premise, man, trying to get people to look a bit deeper, man, and understand. So, I mean, yeah, if CDPR, I know I'm ranting a bit, but if CDPR needs to be, you know, called out until 2060, if I make it that far, you know what I mean? I'll do it, dude. I'll do it. And nothing will sway me from, you know, addressing this industry any differently than I currently do it. It drives me absolutely insane. I hate it so much. And I mean, that previous article, I'm so glad that they touched on the same thing that I have to tell people all the time about CDPR. They sold 13 million copies on release of that game. Did you see how much money? That was over $500 million they made on consumers, man. And that was well over their budget for that game. Yeah, and it was just a cinematic, you're right. But people were like losing their minds, dude. Blade, oh my God. It's like, bro, do you not know what Arcane just gave us? You know what I mean? And everybody's like, yeah, but Deathloop, it's just Deathloop and Arcane's dev. And it's like, no, it's Redfall's dev also. Oh, I will play GTA 6. I guess never say never. You know what I mean? Never say never. I'm not planning on it, but never say never. Every major video game release coming for PC. This is something I just wanted to take a quick look at. We're gonna be looking at a lot more of this come the first of the year when we start making our new schedule for the coming year for the games we're gonna play. But let's take a quick peek here. Let's see what do we got. Oh, dude, I might need to bookmark this actually. What's the amazing Deathloop game with mixed reviews on Steam? Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, at least with Deathloop was them trying something a little bit more outside the box, you know, and just seeing what they could get to work and how people would grab onto it. I'm a little bit more accepting of that notion, I think. You know, I don't think that most people thought it was amazing, but what was the it's mixed on Steam. Deathloop is really, it's just mixed. No, it's mostly positive. All time mostly positive. Yeah, it's like a 77. Yeah, recently it's mixed. It's one positive point under mostly positive. Yeah, recently. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought this game was like probably somewhere. Let's look at Metacritic real quick too. I think Metacritic had it at like a high 70s or something on release. An 88? Bro, what? Wow. Jesus Christ. That seems a little bit skewed, I think. But well, look, 88 and 6.6, right? That's a little bit different. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different. That's why, I mean, you know, there were people that enjoyed Deathloop at least. You know, I think it was a decent product. I don't think it was trash. I don't think it was terrible. I don't think it was even, you know, like subpar. I think it was decent. I think that Deathloop was decent for most people. You know, it was enjoyable enough, which is why it got mostly positive. But I mean, you look at something like Redfall, dude. You know, that's why this is, and it's their most recent product, dude. That's what we should all be looking at. The most recent thing a company has done to give us an idea of what they are potentially going to be bringing to the table next. I hope that Arcane redeems themselves. I really do. You know, I don't want to see them fail. I don't want to see any developer fail. It's just not the reality that we live in. You know, it just isn't. Let's look at bro. Dude, recent reviews got up to a 69 kappa. Is that on purpose? Jesus. 34% of all time though. Yeah, this game's just dead, dude. There's no way. That's like I had a recent, you know, I had an article that I put up on the YouTube page. It was about why is exactly what I was just talking about. Why is nobody talking about Arcane's most recent game is Redfall, you know, in regards to the whole Blade ordeal. Blade announced. Nobody wants to talk about Arcane's most recent game, you know, is Redfall, and you know, should we be worried and stuff, right? Redfall is undead. There you go, Ferret. And somebody commented the other day, and I could tell they didn't even watch the video. You know, they just commented. They saw the title and just commented. And it was like, man, come on. They were trying to like, I think it's obviously an Arcane fan, but they were saying things like, well, Redfall's not the only thing that Arcane has made. And I was like, well, if you actually watched the video, I note that they've made other good products, but the most recent thing they've made is Redfall. And then they were like, and also, it was made by Arcane Austin and not Arcane Lyon, which is in France. And I was like, look, at the end of the day, Arcane is Arcane. They're the same company, headed up by the same management. You know what I mean? So this is the thing. You want to act like, you know, because a company is, you know, split into different development studios or whatever, all of them do that. So is that what we're going to start doing, is go, oh, well, this company, we're going to have to start dividing it, you know? Well, they don't deserve to be criticized because it was this specific studio under this company. That's not the way that works. You know what I mean? That's not the way that works. It's a company. It's all one entity, dude. And if they produce a bad product for us as consumers, they get called out for it. They suffer the consequences for it. That's how that works, man. But I'll say this, yo, check this out. Check this out. If you are interested in Cyberpunk right now, I looked at this the other day because right now on Epic, dude, there's a 33% off coupon. And because I mean, dude, I'm interested in playing Cyberpunk. I am. But I've been very hesitant about yeah, Ferret, yeah, buddy. Happy Friday, dude. I'm interested in playing Cyberpunk, but I've been very hesitant about spending money on this game because I am not a fan of supporting CDPR right now. I'm just really not. But and whether you're talking about Cyberpunk or any other game in this fashion, right now on Epic, look at this. They have Cyberpunk, and they've got Cyberpunk as a so they've got the base game for $30. They've got the Ultimate Edition, which includes Phantom Liberty, which is on sale for $53 US, right? So if you add that to your cart, you also get a 33% off coupon right now, which means like something like Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, if it's already on sale for $53, right? This is the base game plus Phantom Liberty. It's already on sale on Epic for $53.59. Then you get another 33% off, which takes another almost $18 off of it. You're getting this game for like $36 before tax, US. It's not bad. It's not bad for the Phantom Liberty DLC plus base game, all that stuff. And this is the same thing that I did for RDR2 last year. Basically, RDR2 Complete Edition was roughly just under $20. Used 33% off coupon, and I got it for roughly $14, $15, something like that, you know. So you automatically get a coupon, I think, on Epic for this time of the year, you know, and so might be worth a look if you're in the market for some games and stuff. Again, all platforms are doing sales and everything right now, so if you're actually looking for any kind of purchases, software, like even peripherals and hardware and stuff, there's still sales going on and everything. But Epic, you can get like an additional 33% off. They're just like giving everybody that has an account a coupon, basically, I think. So upcoming games for 2024. Oh, geez. Yeah, well, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. I'm pretty sketched out on that one, but this is a lot. I'm going to keep this up. We'll bookmark this, and we'll look at this on the 2nd of January when we start doing our schedule, okay? Oh, this was the one. January 2024 PC games. This is the other one I want to look at. Dude, Power World comes out in January? For reals? Oh my God. I probably won't play it in early access, honestly. I probably won't play it till it full releases. Huh. Interesting, though. Ineth, Open Air, Portal Revolution, Shivering Stone, Tools Up Ultimate Edition, Archelund, Super Normal, Beer Factory, Buried Borns 2, Icarus and the Prince of Sin, Momodora, Moonlit Farewell, Radiance, Top Racer Collection, War Hospital, Computer Repair Shop, Shinorubi, Sovereign Syndicate, Time Survivors, Contain, Toy Trains, All Quiet in the Trenches, Dominations, 6 Rise of the Pantocrator, Bulletstorm VR, Fractured Veil, Lone Star, New Cycle, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. This game's actually looking decent from Ubi. I'm interested in how this is going to end up being. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, The Cub, Retrowave World, Stargate Timekeepers, Anomaly Agent, Enshrouded, Roots of, Enshrouded. Why can't I,
From the darkness, awaken. Let the fire in your veins.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
For you shall have nothing else to survive.
This is the survival base building one.
Until it is earned. The ones before you were
right up our alley, dude.
They pillaged the earth for a magical elixir and unleashed a ruinous blight. My newborn flame.
High-res Valheim, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Master the staff.
I mean, I'll let you high-res me in the high-res Valheim. You know? I knew what you were getting at.
And the blade. For in the fog, weakness is a feast. For the
You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit too is what is the name of that game? I own it actually.
Cast yourself into the rude beauty of our world.
Is it called like
Unlock her secrets. Shape the earth. dive
The game where
into
you were like
shroud.
carrying around a bunch of like big backpack on your back and stuff,
Seek
and you would like
treasures
have to
and
set it down to like
ancient
fight enemies
wisdom.
and everything. What was the name of that game?
Build, not for yourself. For
Seems like it started with
you
an
are
O.
not alone. There are others waiting for you to raise a village or a kingdom. Craft arms worthy of legend. And ignite your skills. Flameborn.
I'll pull it up in a
Call
second.
upon your allies, and together.
Except it wasn't like
take
multiplayer.
your realm.
Enshrouded. Yeah. Outward, dude. Outward. Outward is what it kind of reminds me of too. This game. Yeah. I haven't played this, by the way, but I want to. Enshrouded. Here, I'll link this to you guys if you need it. There you go. Roots of Yggdrasil, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Go Mecha Ball, Macross Shooting Insight, Under Night in Birth, 2 Cis Cells. God dang, what a name, bro. Unforetold Witchstone, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Tekken 8, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Dude, that's going to be a big one for people. Tekken 8. The Lost Legends of Redwall, the Scout Anthology, The Quinfall, Eastward, Octopia, Speed Crew, and Tower Tales. I'll probably bookmark this one too. Take a look at all these. Here you go. All right. Here we go. More of this. Xbox slammed for AI generated art promoting indie games. Oh man. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Hey. Take it easy. Was really trying to get to that coffee, you know. Bonked the camera, sorry. Bonk. We good? I think we're good. Let's go that way. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Xbox slammed for AI generated art promoting indie games. Microsoft quickly deleted a wintry scene promoting ID at Xbox. 'Tis the season to promote indie games with AI generated junk, apparently. A Microsoft Twitter account recently posted low effort, energy intensive art promoting indie games on Xbox before later deleting it after getting roundly mocked by fans and developers alike. Bruh, no thanks. Walking in an indie wonderland. The ID at Xbox account tweeted on December 27th, what were your favorite indie games of the year? The post was accompanied by an AI-generated image of children sledding down a hill with a giant green Xbox logo on it. It looked harmless at first, but a second or third glance immediately revealed telltale AI anomalies like children maneuvering their sleds with cranks attached to nothing and fishing in the snow for presents with weird black tendrils. A man playing a game handheld in the center top of the image has had his top lip replaced by teeth. A child jumping through the snow appears to have a mustache. It was a really bad look considering ID at Xbox is supposed to be the human-facing team within the mega corporation, championing individual creators and small independent teams. Bro, not Xbox using AI to promote indie devs, wrote pixel artist Taco. Nothing says we don't care about indie developers like using AI, wrote artist Necro Kuma 3. If you can't hire an artist to do advertising, I highly doubt you'll do it with the independent developers. The company quietly deleted the post overnight without acknowledging the backlash. Microsoft did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Of course they didn't. While not posting a half-assed AI art to promote artists seems like a no-brainer, we're seeing more and more companies do it lately. There was AI-generated promotional image for Amazon's Fallout TV show, AI-generated art promoting a new Pokemon Go event, even Ubi accounts representing offices where staff had recently been laid off, putting out AI-generated Assassin's Creed art. When this stuff first started happening, it felt crappy but low stakes. Increasingly, it feels clear, however, that companies are taking the same approach to AI art that they have with every other internet age advancement, operating under the assumption that people will complain at first, but eventually they'll get tired of it and move on to being angry about something else. Yep. Boil the frog slowly enough, and eventually it won't realize it has 11 fingers, 13 toes, and weird spindly wires coming out of its back. As a cheerleader for AI technology, however, Microsoft's role in this is especially egregious. Company is already promoting tools for AI-generated content in games and encouraging all 20 Bing users. All 20 Bing users to play around with its AI art tools. That's hilarious, dude. Dude, what? That's so funny. Never mind that no one is actually quite sure how the technology will make money or even if it's legal. If it can replace human creativity with predictable slop and reduce headcount, it must be a win-win. That's flipping awesome. According to the MIT Technology Review, every AI-generated image requires as much energy as an entire smartphone charge. And Microsoft's own internal environmental report blamed the technology for a 34% spike in its water usage to cool all the racks of computing power required for, among other things, enabling users to crap post about Kirby doing 9/11. As Immortality game director Sam Barlow put it following the AI-generated ID at Xbox post, really impressive that we just were finally starting to address the climate emergency. We invented stupid ways to undo all our progress. All 20 Bing users, dude. God dang. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's never ending. This is going to be something that we're going to have to just continually fight and not forget and keep addressing, because the companies don't care how pissed we get. That's just what it is, dude. This is weird. So, NVIDIA launches scaled down version of its latest gaming GPU in China. I didn't even turn the music back on, dude. What's wrong with me? Let's go. Let's get that music popping. Sorry. Chipmaker NVIDIA has revealed that it's now shipping a hobbled version of its latest graphics processing unit for video game makers in China after the U.S. government announced it was tightening its restrictions on the hardware it's allowed to sell in that country. China-only version of the GTX 4090D chip that's now listed for sale on NVIDIA's Chinese website comes with approximately 10% fewer processing cores compared to the 4090 that's marketed in other countries. NVIDIA told Bloomberg the 4090D chip was designed to comply with the U.S. government's export controls and will only be offered to customers in China. Earlier this year, NVIDIA chief executive Jensen Huang told investors the company would produce scaled-down versions of its latest products specifically for Chinese customers, ensuring they comply with the U.S.'s rules on exports to that country. Seeking to hamper China's ability to advance its capabilities in artificial intelligence, the U.S. has limited its access to the most powerful chips. Chinese version of the 4090 chip will also have fewer processing subunits, which are useful for accelerating AI workloads, the company explained. Okay. See how that progresses. That's kind of crazy. GeForce now celebrates another year of high performance cloud gaming, and they have announced 46 new games. Before ringing in the new year, GeForce Now is taking a look back at 2023. They've got their year-end review like most platforms do. Improved service features and the launch of their new Ultimate membership tier. Yeah, so they brought in more hit games, improved service features, Ultimate tier. So plus GFN Thursday is raising a toast to the GeForce Now community by delivering more than 40 new games to the stream from the cloud. Wrapping it up. Been an amazing year of cloud gaming. The launch of Ultimate tier brought, let's see, let's just get in here. Launch of the Ultimate tier brought high-performance cloud gaming across North America and Europe, streaming from newly rolled out GeForce RTX 4080 Super pods. For the first time in the cloud, members could stream up to 240 frames per second or 4K 120 frames on the native PC and Mac apps and experience support for ultra-wide resolutions for the smoothest and most immersive gameplay, all thanks to the powerful NVIDIA Ada Lovelace GPU architecture. To prove the power of the cloud, NVIDIA gave gamers the ultimate test of latency on Kovacs, a latency-sensitive first-person shooter aim trainer. Gamers compete for top scores on the leaderboard, and the results were staggering, showing a 1.8 times improvement in aiming just by playing with an Ultimate membership. Let's see. With the Microsoft partnership came the first Activision game in the cloud, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. With NVIDIA DLSS 3 and Reflex technologies, Ultimate members can get the highest frame rates, lowest latencies for the smoothest gameplay. What are the other games they added? Capcom brought Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter World, and Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Year closed out with a celebration spotlighting 500 NVIDIA RTX supported games and applications. Over 90 titles with RTX On are featured on GeForce Now, easily found on the app's dedicated RTX On row, including top games Cyberpunk 2077, Alan Wake 2, Far Cry 6, Control, and more. In with the new. This is what we're really looking to grab. To celebrate the amazing GeForce Now community, the cloud gaming service is adding more than 40 Xbox and PC Game Pass titles this week, sure to tide members into the new year. The full list of 46 games is as follows: AI, The Somnium Files, Amazing Cultivation Simulator, The Anacrusis, Age of Wonders 4, Before We Leave, Century, Age of Ashes, Chorus, Control, Darksiders 3, Destroy All Humans, Disgaea 4, Complete Edge of Eternity, Europa Universalis 4, Evil Genius 2, World Domination, Fae Tactics, Farming Simulator 17, The Forgotten City, Human Fall Flat, Immortal Realms, Vampire Wars, Lethal League Blaze, Martha is Dead, Matchpoint Tennis Championships, Maneater, The Medium, Metro Exodus, Mortal Shell, MotoGP 20, Moving Out, Mucinix, Neon Abyss, Observer, System Redux, Pathologic 2, The Pedestrian, Raji and Ancient Epic, Recompile, Remnant from the Ashes, Remnant 2, Richman 10, Sable, Spellforce 3, Soul Harvest, Surgeon Simulator 2, Sword and Fairy 7, Tainted Grail Conquest, Tinykin, Worms WMD, Worms Rumble. There you go. If you need this, I'll link it. There's all your new GeForce games, though. Top 5 indie titles that went unnoticed this year. This is a weird site. In 2023, the gaming industry achieved notable milestones embracing video game and cinematic adaptations and CRPG genres. Despite the success, several outstanding indie games remained under the radar. Explore the top 5 overlooked indie games of 2023 right here. Kind Words 2. In a world filled with stress and worry, Kind Words offered a unique solution by providing a platform for players to share their concerns and receive uplifting messages. The recently announced sequel expands on this concept, allowing players to explore a virtual world, engage in various activities, visit coffee shops, write poetry, and more. All accompanied by beautiful lo-fi music, creating a soothing and immersive experience. Not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Stop it. Huh. Overwhelmingly positive, yeah. But this was released in this one Kind Words 1 was 2019. It is only $3.99. I'll link it, and then we'll look at the second one as well.
Now meet me at the club, cause everyone going fresh meat at the club, and the drinks they be flowing. Gold chains, the ice be showing.
To be announced. What? Then I don't know. Interesting. We'll just add it in there. I'll link it for you too.
Meet me at the club. The drinks they be flowing.
It's kind of weird.
Meet me at the club.
That didn't release this year though, did it? No. Holston? Oh, bro. Wait. Wait. This hasn't come out yet, has it? This game looks sick, dude. Holston. Escape the monotony of polished survival horror games with Holston, offering a refreshing and inventive experience. Played from an isometric perspective, it combines the essence of the original Resident Evil with RPG mechanics and third-person shooter elements. A unique gameplay experience sets it apart, making this indie game a must-try with an added bonus of an engaging story. This looks sick, dude. The demo's out right now. This is not released yet, but this game looks amazing, dude. Check this out. Okay. Braid Anniversary Edition. Oh, I know Braid. The iconic puzzle game and poignant love story of Braid, where the protagonist embarks on a challenging journey to save his love. This Anniversary Edition brings the classic to modern platforms, featuring enhanced visuals, improved sound, and insightful developer commentary, providing a fresh encounter with its timeless beauty and difficulty. Braid. Here's Braid. Cool. I'll link this for you. Open roads. Break free from the monotony of endless roads in traditional driving games with Open Roads, a unique indie road trip experience with join a mother-daughter duo as they traverse, unraveling family history and self-discovery. The game boasts inventive visuals, blending cel-shaded cartoon aesthetics with mature character designs for an engaging narrative journey. Excuse me. Open Roads. Cool. This comes out on February 22nd. This is an Annapurna game. Very cool. There you go. Annapurna published. And then we got Flock. A whimsical world where Touch My Katamari meets Pokemon in this captivating indie game. With enchanting music and innovative gameplay, players control a creature that collects companions through singing, forming a growing flock. The journey promises both challenging and excitement as you navigate and expand your musical entourage. Huh. Oh, this looks flipping cute. Jesus. Okay. Another Annapurna published game right here. We love our indie devs, man, so try to promote some of that stuff, you know? Yeah. Stellar Blade now launching in 2024. Stellar Blade, the anticipated action-adventure game from Shift Up and Sony, is now going to release sometime this coming year. Stellar Blade originally went by the title Project Eve, with planned release date for 2025. 2023. Now the year is over, basically, and concrete release date still hasn't been confirmed. So an updated release window for next year was all too expected. However, the devs haven't confirmed a closer release window either. Today's blog simply mentions it will arrive next year, remaining as vague as possible. Tekken 8, January 26th. Helldivers 2, February 8th. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, February 29th. Rise of the Ronin, March 22nd. And Destiny 2, The Final Shape, June 4th. Seems that Stellar Blade may not launch early this coming year, despite its target of 2023. Instead, fans speculate they might have to wait for a Q2 release or later. The new 2024 release for Stellar Blade was quietly announced today among other PlayStation titles. Hopefully, developers Shift Up will make a dedicated official announcement sometime soon. No word on the cause for the delay. It is a hack and slash adventure about defending the Earth from alien hordes as humans strive to escape. Today's blog notes that Stellar Blade will feature a mature narrative to create something all new. Will also be Shift Up's debut console title, releasing on the PS5. Alright. More you know, I guess. Last article I have for the day, and then we will start getting prepared for playing BG3. Cool? PS5 and PS4 game to be completely removed for sale prior to 2024. I think we might have already talked about this. What are they talking about? Oh, no, this is a new one. So, pair of classic games going after a mere days. Announced on social media by Limited Run Game CEO Josh Fairhurst, Bill and Ted's Excellent Retro Collection is about to be taken off the PlayStation Store. Bundle contains both the NES game of Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure and the Game Boy follow-up Bill and Ted's Excellent Portable Adventure. Fairhurst noted the IP license for the collection is expiring, which is what is leading to its removal not only on the PS Store but also the Nintendo eShop and Xbox Marketplace. Specifically, Bill and Ted's Excellent Retro Collection will no longer be for sale once 2023 comes to a close. Silver lining with the situation is that 2023 isn't over just yet, which means that if you're interested, you have a couple of days left to buy these titles or the retro collection before it's gone. Assuming that you do decide to throw down the $10 needed to grab the collection, you'll then be able to play it and re-download it in perpetuity once it's removed. They've got a link to it right here. There's the we'll watch it real quick. Why not? Get ready to have your minds blown. Limited Run Games. They do cool stuff. Jesus, dude, old school Nintendo stuff, dude. Incredible. Banna, 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 banna. Breathtaking, you know? Alright, cool. If you need more, I'll link it. That's what we got, yo. That's the Jam-a-lam. Don't forget to get your free games. There are free games on GOG. There are free games on Epic. It's a no-brainer. You've only got about 2 hours left right now, a little under 2 hours left to grab the free game on Epic right now, which is, once again, Cat Quest. After about an hour and 41 minutes from now, Cat Quest will no longer be available, and the new mystery game will become available to grab for free, okay? So, get it. Go get your free games. Don't forget, all right? Thanks, everybody. You're amazing. Great news segment. And we're going to go play some games, or get ready to go play some games. So we got day 31 of Baldur's Gate 3 coming up with our resident legendary, my name is Pinky, friendo, and moderator and Discord administrator. He's a jack of all trades, if you will, you know, and just a super cool broski. So we're going to go play some BG3 with him. And I don't know. Hope everybody's having a great holiday season. Thanks for being here and being a part of it today live. If you were here, if maybe you're viewing it for the first time, been a part of what we're doing live and you're not familiar with what we do here in the channel, or if you're watching this as a VOD later, this is the way we start all of our streams. We're live 6 days a week. Every day but Wednesday, we start off at roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT. Kick it off with video gaming news, as we're kind of concluding right now. Try to stay current on what's going on in the industry, promote a healthier industry all the way around, especially for us as gaming enthusiasts and consumers, and just try to stay current on what's happening in the world of video games and stuff like that. So that's the way we always started off. Then we go play games like we're about to do for the rest of the day, man. So I don't know if you're enjoying this, then we've got plenty of other content. I do my best to make sure that all of our previous content is on the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel, whether it be the full video gaming news segments from each day, clips, pertinent clips and highlights out of the news segments, or even all the playthroughs that we've done for games we've played, funny clips and highlights, all that stuff. It's out there. So go check it out. If you're enjoying it, come hang out with us. We've got an amazing community of people that are here on the constant, man, being a part of what we do, helping to create this amazing community that we have. Just trying to be a community that's void of toxicity, void of negativity, try to be uplifting, welcoming, inclusive, just a cool, safe spot for people to come hang out, enjoy each other's company, and enjoy the world of video games, man. So if you can dig that, come be a part of it when we're live. We're always looking for more people that fit the mold of what we do here, man. So other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will be back with more video gaming news tomorrow, Saturday, December 30th. But we're not going anywhere. I'm just going to run us an outro real quick to kind of segue out of the news segment, and we will begin getting prepared for playing Baldur's Gate 3 for the rest of the day. All right.